Opinion disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Just Our Opinion podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any of our sponsors. Any content provided by our guest or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything.
Man, I just want to lay in the shade, get in no shade, you know what I mean? And pontificate on life. We vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad ain't fall from the deep end. Said we vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad ain't fall from the deep end. Said we vibing, even when the days feel low. Faye's gonna have that glow. Already moving where they ain't think I go. Never show your hand off fold. Keep that poker face shining. Keep that hope and faith and face the fire. Ain't no trace of hate that you can find. If you say I'm hating, then you lying. Put your hand on the Bible, won't you try and say that again? Polygraph it, I'll probably map it. Got an alibi or friend. Ever seen lightning here, same place twice. Won't say I'm God, but Zeus like. Also the guy with the juice side. Phase Avishai, we cruise. Vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. And we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad ain't fall from the deep end. Said we vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad ain't fall from the deep end. Said we vibing, and thinking about them things my mama told me. Courageous heart, it's pumping hard, got cold feet. All I gotta do is jump now. I'm afraid of heights, does that mean I'm afraid of the top now? Feel vertigo, gotta make the place I live or trying to go. But I know what it feel like, how I be in this real life. Can't be complacent or complicit. Life's complicated enough, the destination is us. Why don't you go like we're numb? Vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad ain't fall from the deep end. Said we vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad ain't fall from the deep end. Said we vibing.
Guess who's Bazak?
What's up?
Yo!
What's crank-a-lackin'?
Man, this table feels so good. So good.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna try it tonight. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I can't say that I'm 100. I'm gonna try to sit down and kick it with y'all at the table tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Y'all pray for me out there. Right. But welcome to Just Our Opinion with Robin,
Mike,
and Ty,
and our fourth member that's been holding it down for me.
Yep. Lazar, what's happening?
Man, listen, I appreciate the heck out of you, man. I appreciate the heck out of you. You've been holding it down for me. I can't say I got it. Look, ain't nobody out there with a better team than mine. Period. I had some health stuff going on. I had to get a surgery done on my neck. Get a disc replaced in my neck. And when I tell you my team just like immediately like, we got this, we holding it down. L came through, we got this, we holding it down. That's why I said, I told him before the show when we were doing our sound check, I said, listen, I'm gonna try this while you here. And if it don't go well, you know, y'all on your own. You know what I'm saying? But straight up, I'm so glad my team tight. I love y'all to death, man. Y'all the truth. Y'all fellas are the absolute truth.
Definitely. Thank you kindly.
So listen, tonight we are talking about, is the grass really greener on the other side?
Looking for the lawnmower man. Right. And woman.
Right.
And while we talking about it, the fellas, not me, because, you know, I'm drinking water tonight. But the fellas is sipping on that Dizzle. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that Dizzle in a minute. But in the meantime, in between time, hit it, Ty.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
Yeah, that's a banger.
That's a
Yep.
Yeah, that's a banger.
Yeah. Just came here to win, player.
That's an absolute banger. That's that. You know what that song remind me of? That intro reminds me of like a boxing match.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And you just come out, you know, with the
Fight.
It put,
you know what I'm
it do
saying?
for me? It put me in that mood. How you get dressed, you lay your clothes out.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Shoes out.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I be feeling like, I'm about to go kill him right now.
Yes, absolutely. You know, JOO came here to win. Y'all know what it is. So again, we sipping on that Dizzle tonight. Tell us
Dizzle.
about the Dizzle, L Boogie.
Dizzle, Mike Dizzle. Shout out to Mike Dizzle and Livio Harris. This is this is excellent. It's cognac, tequila, and tropical flavors, natural flavors. I'm
Okay.
talking about, when I say I had to bust a bottle, I'm sorry, that's just what it is. I had to bust a bottle, but it's excellent. We're gonna get into it right now. They're out of California. They're on their way to Michigan soon.
Okay.
They're in about
That's what's
four
up.
other states, 4 to 5 other states, but it's top flight.
Okay. Well, fellas, y'all go ahead and
they'll
pour
be
y'all
here.
drinks.
And they'll be here.
Yep.
On
I'm gonna take mine straight. I'm gonna take mine
Straight for you?
Yeah.
For you.
Let's run they spot while
That's
we
a
pour.
nice color.
Yeah.
Let's run that spot.
That Dizzle ain't no joke, got me addicted, ain't no coke. Let's just have a toast. Anybody want some small, cause it's up. I be Dizzled up. Catch me sipping with my double cup. Can't just have one, you gotta double up. You pour it, gotta watch it bubble up. I ain't gon' lie, I cannot get enough. When Callie said I need another one, gon' have you coming back for more. But go get it while it's hot, before it be sold out in your stores. That Dizzle.
Yo, that spot cold.
Yep, it is.
That spot is cold. That spot is absolutely cold.
That Dizzle.
Okay, all right. So shout out to Dizzle. How it taste, fellas?
Oh, top flight.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
delish. Oh,
He said that's delicious.
I know.
All right. So we
really
got
good.
5-star from the fellas on the
Yeah, you
Dizzle.
know,
I'm gonna have to
right.
soon as I'm healed completely, I got to try the Dizzle. You know, I got to take a sip of the Dizzle, but you know I'm gonna be cool tonight. I'm supposed to be behaving myself tonight.
Yeah, it's a liqueur. Liqueur.
Liqueur.
you're getting all fancy. It's a liqueur.
That's what it say. Liqueur.
All right.
Premium
So
liqueur.
before we get started and before we jump into this topic, y'all got one of y'all hot share the page.
Yeah,
y'all got one of y'all hot share the pages for me tonight.
Absolutely.
sometime.
You know, Easter just passed, so we got to give a little something out there for our brothers and sisters in Christ.
Oh Lord
But we
Jesus.
still need y'all to share that page.
Make
hit
sure
them
y'all
likes,
share that page, hit them likes.
that
Let's hit it.
engagement. We need it. Let's go, Mike.
Let's go, Mike.
Off the Dome Records. Wrong one. Y'all, here we are. JOO Podcast back at you on another Wednesday night. We here with Robin, Mike, and Ty, about to bring you that heat. But before we do, we're gonna need you to like, share, follow. We need you to get on your computer and go tell your mama and your friends too. Yeah, everybody, we need them to.
That's what happens when they got too much time on their hands.
Please don't forget to subscribe. Yo, hey, subscribe. your phone out. Get your computer out. Click that button and subscribe. Yeah. Come on, yo.
Have mercy.
Everybody out there. Like, share, follow. I want you to like, share, follow. Share, like, share, follow. Oh, like. I need 10 more people to do me a favor and give me 10 more followers. And don't just stop there.
Oh my God.
I want you to head on over to YouTube.
Oh my God.
And subscribe. And when you're done with that, I want you to share it with your friend, your mama, your sister.
Yeah.
So we need y'all to hit that. Like, share, and follow.
That's Session Chocolate, y'all. That's it.
right.
That's
We got
Session
all the
Chocolate.
records.
That's it. That boy good. That boy right there good. That boy good.
Okay, with all genres.
We got something for
We
everybody.
need
all
that
right.
engagement. That's another one from Off the Dome Records.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
available on our website. You can download those 2 singles for free.
Oh.
But like, share, follow, subscribe.
This is what happens when the fellas have too much time on their hands.
That was fire. I'm over here hot like, yo.
You know,
I'm ready to run up and down the aisle.
like, share, and
So I need y'all to
Easter just passed, so yeah.
I need y'all to do what it said. Like, share, and follow, please, and thank you. So again, we talking about, is the grass greener on the other side? That's It always seems like it is, don't it?
Is that across the street, around the block?
It always seems like it is, though, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the grass always seems greener on the
I don't
other
know
side.
about. I'll let you finish.
Sometimes it's artificial grass.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got AstroTurf. They done got it sprayed. You know what I'm saying? Or it's all types of manure. You know what I'm
But
saying? They
you
done had to
don't-
fertilize the heck out that grass.
But you don't know that till you actually
Until you're on the other
go
side of the
over
street,
there.
huh?
So you can't just judge it from across the street. Like,
Right.
You got to get up on it.
But we need to stop acting like the grass ain't greener sometimes. Sometimes that grass is greener.
Well, sometimes you at the wrong spot, huh?
Sometimes,
Initially.
or sometimes you just effed up your grass putting on too much fertilizer.
Oh, well, you got to take into consideration that sometimes people just put more work into their lawn too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
If you out here ain't watering it, you ain't got no lawn guy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody coming to trim the hedges.
Right.
Yeah, the person across the street grass do look better than yours. Because
Right.
guess what? They spending money on their grass.
They watering it.
watering
They
their grass.
treating
They
it
putting
right.
time into their grass. They putting effort into their grass. So don't be mad at them because they got this luxurious big fluffy lawn and you over here looking like your junk got tumbleweeds flying through it. Don't be mad.
Hold on. Let me get it. So let us be clear. This is not an agricultural episode.
Right.
We are actually talking about
Relationship.
I just want to throw that out there just in case anybody
We
else
was
confused.
going, though. We was going.
Yeah,
These
like,
are metaphors, y'all. These are
metaphorically
metaphors.
speaking. So if anybody like, damn, why are they talking about grass?
Let me look that up. I like that. What y'all
You know what
got any
though?
suggestions?
You know what though? You know who should have been our sponsor for today?
What, True Green?
Oh, snap. Right.
Turf Builders.
Speaking of grass, though. Speaking of grass, what up to 420? Happy
Shout out to
420.
happy 420.
Happy 420.
Right.
That's ironic that we went
Yes, that
that
we
way.
talking about grass.
Yeah, that wasn't even planned, though.
Because, you know, that grass is green, too.
That grass is green.
That grass is green, too. So happy 420 to those that indulge. You know, hey, I live by the law of the land myself. So if the land say it's legal,
Then it's
Right.
it's legal in the land. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I respect the law of the land. So if you indulge in 420, more power to you.
Celebrate.
Happy
Be
420.
safe.
Celebrate
And be
your
safe.
holiday.
Blaze
Just be
them up.
safe with it.
Blaze responsibly.
Okay, but in all seriousness, past the lawn metaphors, we got to deep dive into these relationships because the truth of the matter is, you know, you're looking at your friend's relationship or, you know what I'm saying, somebody on Instagram or somebody on Facebook or whatever the case may be in their relationship, and you're like, oh, they seem so happy. And the question is, are they really happy or are you looking at their highlight reel?
Interesting.
I mean, if we're looking at Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that, whether they're really happy or not, it's still their highlight reel. That's the only thing we tend to post, except when we're in an argument and we're trying to get people to join our side.
Right.
But typically, they could be absolutely happy. They could be absolutely not. But we're still going to see their highlight reel on Facebook or Instagram.
It's like when you see pictures of people's kids and they kids look all, they smiling and their
Right.
clothes all fixed right. You don't know that I done beat them twice. I done had to say, get your behind, sit down and smile for this picture. You don't know how many times I said that. Like, I took 45 pictures to get the 3 that I posted on Facebook.
Right.
So let me ask this. Speaking of that, well, not just with the kids, like if your attention can't be drawn across the street, quote unquote, grass on the other side of the street, if everything looks good at your house,
Manicured.
you know, everything is looking good, everything's in perfect condition, then like how do you get to that point to where you step out and start to look in other places?
Well, so here's the thing. No matter how much you take care of your grass, there's always going to be somebody else's grass that has something that yours don't.
Right.
You could have the greenest grass. You could have the best maintained lawn. But then there's fluffy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but why they grass so thick? Like they grass is thick. You know, you
Let me
trying
go
to
touch
figure.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go touch
go
their
touch
grass
their
and figure
grass.
out why they grass so thick. You know?
Now you stuck on
now
that
you
grass.
sitting there like, God, dog it.
I like this grass.
I
You
like
done
this
laid down
grass.
in the grass now.
It's fluffy and everything. You know what I'm saying?
because it's thick.
Because it's thick. Because it's thick.
It's thick.
Your grass a little thin.
Hey, y'all following us, right? I
You know
hope
what
y'all
I'm saying?
following us.
You
Some
out
of
here,
that
you out here with some
thick
thick grass.
I was
And now I done, you know, my grass nice, but it might not be thick. You know, so I go over here and I check out this thick grass, and now I'm over here like, you know what? I'm gonna stay right here and keep touching. I can't because I can't pick the grass up and take it back home.
Right,
So
right.
I'm gonna just keep coming over to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Sampling the grass.
You know what I'm saying? I got to keep touching
Water
it.
the grass.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go over there, rub my hand through it a little bit.
Take
go
off
there,
your shoes
right?
and
Walk through it. You know what I'm saying?
keep up with us,
That
y'all.
sounds
Keep
like
up with
trouble.
Maybe we should start with the grass metaphor.
us. Maybe we should think about why. But
If
that
you
is the
think
topic,
about
though.
it, that's actually what happened. Somebody see that somebody else got thick grass, so we're talking about we gonna rub our fingers, our toes, but that's what people do. They go over and start conversations, or say that's my work husband or work wife.
Oh, absolutely.
Or we're just going to lunch. We're just playing cards. That's all checking out the grass.
Yeah, that's walking
seeing
with
what
no
right.
shoes. That's
Yep.
touching it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want over there like, oh, okay, I like this over here.
Right.
Let's go have lunch.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I like your grass over here. I like how thick that grass is over here. Oh, girl, that's just my work husband. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go walk with no shoes on in this grass. Now y'all cuddling, you know, at the movies in the dark. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of ways that you can mess around and, you know, just go touch the grass across the street. But the thing is it 100% truly greener? You know what I'm saying? Like, or the bigger question is, if you paid enough attention to your own lawn, what's at your house, what's going on at your house, can your grass become or at least close to or fulfill you like said grass across the street does?
Yes and no.
Go ahead, Ty.
And I'm going to deliver
Go.
the no pieces because I'm sure y'all would do the yes pieces. So sometimes, like I said earlier, sometimes you're the cause of messing up your grass. And no matter what you do, you done ruined this grass so much. It's not going.
You
back
got to get a
green.
whole. You got to get a
Right.
whole new. They just
Plot
got
of
to.
land. You
keep
need a
driving on
whole
it.
new plot of
You keep driving
land
on
because
it.
you done salted this earth too bad that you don't have the skill set to rejuvenate
To
this
fix
grass.
that lawn.
Right. So you need a whole new plot of land.
You done set it on fire.
Right. You need to go get you some sod because you can't do from
And
seed.
manure.
But
Side of manure.
if it was important enough to you in the beginning, if it wasn't that important to you, then you would have known. It don't just deteriorate overnight.
I
It
know.
takes
That's
time.
why I say, yeah,
So,
you done ruined it.
Right.
See, but you know what? That's not actually true though. Okay. For example, y'all ever and I'm gonna stick with this grass analogy because it's gonna make sense in a minute. Y'all ever, for our homeowners, right? Y'all ever threw a party or left something in your lawn or something. Let's say it's a kid's toy or a chair or whatever the case may be, and you leave it sitting on your grass, right, for a couple days. And by the time you pick it up, that patch of grass that it was sitting on is now permanently burnt. Let's take that to relationships. I don't think that your grass and your relationships, I don't think it all at once your grass go bad.
Right.
I think what happens is you keep sitting stuff in it.
Little by
you
little.
keep mistreating it.
Right.
You keep not watering it. You know what I'm saying? You keep having issues with your grass.
Right.
And now, just progressively, now your lawn itself is bad. Now it's not just a piece of grass. Now your lawn is bad.
Yeah.
And I mean that I guess that's kind of like what I'm getting to. Like if you didn't pay attention to that patch that was going bad, you didn't nurture that patch back to health. It's gonna spread.
I think if you cared, you would have moved the chair immediately as soon as the party was over. If you care. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
So
absolutely.
sometimes you leave things
but
there
stuff
to die.
happens. But stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? You go to bed mad. Y'all let arguments go on too long. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't address situations because that's
And
a
it
big one.
becomes a
That's a
permanent
big one in
feature
relationships. You know what I'm saying? People don't address situations. People don't address problems anymore. People, I don't feel like arguing, so I'm not gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't feel like arguing. We're gonna sweep this under the rug. Well, you keep sweeping stuff under the rug after so long, you got a knot under your rug. You know, and that's what happens with your grass. Y'all done mistreated and forgot this piece. Y'all done forgot this chair for so long and walk past it and I'll get it later and walk past it again and be like, oh, I don't feel like it today. You walk past that chair again and be like, it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of reasons why you didn't move this chair. But now when you finally start to unpack that thing, you got a permanent scar in your grass. And
it's easier to just
And you'll see that every time you walk past it.
Absolutely.
To deal with. It's easier to just be like, I'm not addressing that or I'm dealing with that. I'm just gonna go over here. Well, I ain't gotta worry about all that.
To the green grass.
Exactly, to the green grass. But keep in mind that grass don't belong to you.
No.
That's true.
No.
That's true.
Well,
You're not responsible. You're not responsible for that grass.
It don't belong.
No, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna nip that right now because I know a chick, right? And she played into that grass is greener on the other side situation, and she was having an affair on her husband. And it was all kicks and giggles while she was having the affair until she lost her husband. And then she had to realize that the dude that she was messing around with, the dude that was her sneaky link, the dude that, his grass was greener, it was only greener because you weren't responsible for watering it and he wasn't responsible for waiting on you to water him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, now you out here single on both sides. Your grass jacked up on both sides because this grass over here that was real green and real nice gonna continue to be real green and real nice because it's not relying on you to water it.
Right.
Yeah. And you in the street.
And now you in the middle of the street looking at
concrete.
2 different lawns and you ain't got no lawn.
Number concrete.
But we're not always talking about like grass is greener in a situation where you have a sneaky link.
Right.
It could be so much as trying to make that decision of if you're going to end this relationship or not. And some people are afraid to end a relationship, even if it's a real bad relationship, because they're scared or they're convinced that is nothing better out there, that this is as good as it gets, or that every man cheats or every man does this or every woman does that, when necessarily there is some really green grass out there that you can go get.
That's one of them statements that really pissed me off. And ladies, I'm coming for y'all in this episode because I've been out for a couple weeks and I don't really care what y'all feel. If you out here a whole adult and you running around talking about guys ain't nothing, and you out here talking about dudes ain't nothing and all dudes cheating and ain't no good men out here, it's you, boo boo. It's you. Because first of all, you too doggone grown to be generalizing a group of 1 billion men. Second of all, why do you keep attracting dudes? I'm with my boy Cat. What is it about your coochie that keep attracting these garbage men? What is it about your vagina that every dude you come across is cheating on you? What is it about your vagina that every dude you come across is out here with another chick on the side? What is it about your raggedy vagina that every dude you come across is out here doing you wrong and doing you bad and ain't no good men out here? Boo-boo, it's you. The common denominator in all your failed relationships, all your BS, all the drama you've been through, it's you, boo-boo. Yeah. Period.
I mean, I agree with you, but us men, we do have to take some accountability too. You know,
what part?
I mean,
I'm just asking.
No, I don't agree that
there's individual accountability.
Right. I don't agree that every man out here is crap or anything, but I do kind of understand that saying that one man can make one woman hate all men.
No. I mean, no. I have a problem with that because you grown.
Well, I'm saying,
I'm sorry. One McDonald's didn't make you hate all McDonald's.
Yes, it can.
Let me in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now here's my question.
Went back. You right.
How many times had you had a bad order at McDonald's before you ran into that one McDonald's that made you hate all McDonald's?
Because there's a Burger King on Woodward that's horrible and horrid. Right. And I would never take my daughter to, but there's another Burger King
you see what I'm saying?
Jefferson that I would take her to.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I agree with you, but that's no excuse for that McDonald's to be bad.
You are absolutely right.
I'm saying,
you are absolutely right.
We need to take some responsibility.
But that's also no excuse for her to be like, girl, McDonald's is just trash. Right. No. That McDonald's is trash. Because I done been to some nice
ones.
Non-trash
McDonald's.
Right. McDonald's.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
carry that S all the way through.
Right.
I done been to some raggedy Targets. I ain't gonna stop going to Target. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my bigger issue with women. Like, one man can make one woman hate all men. No.
That's a choice.
You weak B, that's your choice.
That's a choice.
You made that decision. Just like can't nobody turn you into a lesbian. No, heifer, you wanted to munch the carpet before him. Don't blame him. And I said what I said.
She's back.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I heard it.
And I said what I said.
Y'all don't kill us. But listen,
don't take it personal. It's just our opinion.
That's what it is. But I feel like this. Like if you feel the need that you're not getting absolutely everything that you want out of the relationship, just end it and go on.
Well, but we got to put a caveat at there. There's no such thing as getting everything you want. No.
Ever. I don't care what the situation
is. But if you so then let me say, if you're unhappy with what you're getting,
okay.
Then
if your 80% ain't hitting what you needed to,
then just say, hey, look, this I can't do this and walk away
and move on.
Hurting someone and dragging it along, and then they find out like, okay, you out here doing X, Y, and Z because I'm not giving you what you feel like you need. Just let me know up front, like, you're not it for me. I'm moving on to something else other than just cheating on that.
No, wait a minute. Now here's the problem we run into, because fellas, we was talking about this, and it's funny, we weren't even on, we don't pregame, so we weren't talking about the topic. But we was just having a general conversation while we were getting the studio together for tonight's show. And we were talking about, breaking up with people and, stop messing with people. And, it sounds good to say, oh, you're not giving me what I want, I'ma just leave. But I like the windows in my Benz. You know what I'm saying? I like my car to have 4 tires. And, and these days, in today's society, dudes is just as quick to bust your windows and flat your tires as the broads are.
Facts. I just seen a woman's car full of paint, green paint.
Period. Because these it's out here right now.
Yes. I don't know what's going on with this generation of guys that they're
metrosexuals. That's something they made up. They made up in the 90s. I don't know what it is.
They soft.
Yeah, that is just against all man code. I mean, you can be upset that she left you or broke up with you and stuff like that, but all that extra stuff, that ain't what men do.
Nah, I ain't
not at all.
I don't feel like that's what women should do either. Like, ladies, I am not about to give y'all no free pass to say it's okay to be busting out his windows and flattening his tires. You raggedy heifer. Like, seriously, I'm sorry. That's just how I feel, though.
I think it comes with a level of for one, personally, if you making me feel or look stupid. Like I think a lot of times it's like, okay, but we'll deal with this in house. But if you made me look stupid in front of somebody or this, that, and the other, now because I'm hurt, I need you to publicly be hurt. Like
hurt people hurt. Hurt people want to
like,
hurt.
Hurt people hurt people.
Right. Like you, I hear what you're saying, but if somebody's like, let's say your significant other is out and they're with this person and your homegirl call you or your homeboy call you and be like, hey dog, you might need to go up to such and such.
Yeah,
and
you
such.
catch your girl cheating.
You gonna go?
Oh, I'm a fight.
Okay,
Yeah,
That's when the ignorance come out in me.
different.
Like if I catch you,
Yeah.
like okay, I get a call and it's like, hey, I need you to get up to so and so because Vaughn up here with such and such, such and such. Oh, I'm about to show out. Like, and I'm walking out the door with the intent of showing out. Like I'm walking out the door like these, like, yep. It's going. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking out the door with the intent of showing out. Like I'm not wearing cute clothes. I'm out here about to throw my sweatsuit with my Timbs. I'm pinning my hair up, pulling off my lashes. I'm going with the intent to show my behind.
So to me, that's the equivalent of he feeling.
But I ain't busting his windows.
But if he pull up in the car and he's sitting out in the car and he on the phone and you looking out the window like, dude, you been posted up for like 5-10 minutes and you go outside and he kiki and ha and you ain't gonna just be like, here, honey, let me open the door for you.
Oh no. But if he outside the house, he got to come in the house.
He got to come home.
Right.
He got to come in the house.
So you just saying the car is
The
off
only
limit.
thing gonna make me show out, like completely show out, like on spot in his car, is if I like roll up and she's in the car. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then so
He
you
trying
busting out her
to
side.
protect her and roll up the windows and lock the doors.
Now that's
Now you done
acceptable.
put the car in the middle of this. Now at this point, you have officially
got a
made
problem.
the car an accessory to your crime.
Right.
So now the car got to get it too. Cause now exactly, I got to bust out the windows. I might not shoot the window out, but I'm gonna take the barrel of my joint and bust your window. Cause I got to drag her out this car.
Somebody got to come
And
out.
if you have stopped me from being able to politely open the door and pull her out this car, you have made your car an accessory to your crime.
So here's the $1 million question. Why? Why are you doing all of that?
What? Because I'm ignorant.
That's how us. That's the equivalent to what you was complaining about with these guys. You know what I'm saying? So
Because I'm ignorant. That's what.
hold on. So,
Like it's got to go down that way. Unfortunately, I can't do nothing. I can't do absolutely nothing about the fact that he made his car an accessory to his crime.
what you say?
Yeah, but as guys, so yeah, you run up and your wifey is cheating or whatever like that, then you're naturally gonna have some type of response or whatever. But we're talking about somebody ended a relationship with you or broke up with you and stuff like that. It's time to just let it go. But none of us really know how we're gonna react if we're somewhere and we walk into seeing our
Oh
wife.
no, I know exactly how I'm gonna react.
Kikiing or all
Listen to me.
over some
Listen
other
to me.
dude.
Listen to me. I've rehearsed that in my head already.
But see, as guys,
You were it's like it bet not happen.
I wish.
Got a
Would.
book
but
bag
see,
ready and
okay,
everything.
as women, it's a little more acceptable for you to go off,
expected.
smack him upside his head.
expected.
But we can't run up on our boo and start smacking her upside the head
front
and
of no
stuff like
dude.
that. Right.
Yeah.
It's just the most we can go up to her and be like, oh, it's like that. Nah, this is what we doing. And we can start cussing some, but we can't really lay hands.
But that's how we started this, because dudes nowadays, like in all honesty, dudes now, Ty,
Yeah, they doing it.
They doing
oh, they doing that now.
But we talking
we
about men.
We talking about men.
They-
We ain't talking about dudes. We
But
talking
no,
about men.
but they doing that now. Like, and
That's
unfortunately,
sad.
unfortunately,
That is sad.
dudes got y'all outweighed right
Yeah,
now.
they-
You
Dudes
can't-
got men outweighed right now.
You
That's
can't
it.
be acting like no
No.
girl when
They don't know how to. They don't know how to wait till she get home. You know what I mean? Lock in the room, tie straps. Talk to her like they don't know how to do that. That's the kind of thing you need to do. You can't be out here like that. Like
how you a man versus a dude. When you with your girl, y'all having an argument. Typically, we gonna argue and we may get a little loud, but every one of our girls know that when we get that grown man loud, they shut the hell up real quick. They be like, At least for a little bit. That's how you know. Okay. He mean business. She know we ain't gonna hit her or anything like that.
But he mean business.
Right, but when we get that, and we don't do it that often. We may do it every blue moon, but when you do it and she shut it down.
You know what though? You know what's crazy for me? That tone for me, like I'm at the point in my life where the moment that tone happens, I have to walk away. And the reason, like literally, like, and it ain't about, oh, he mean, like, I mean, yeah, it is about, oh, he mean business, but because I know me, the moment that tone gets to that point and that level, I see, okay, for example, I'm one of them people that'll swing on you before you swing on me. Like the moment I see it in your eyes, period. Like the moment I see it in your eyes that you ready to swing on me, I'm cocking one on you because I've always been one that ain't gonna take no hit.
Right.
But most men,
what I'm saying is when I notice that tone in my man, I completely
walk away.
And not because I feel like he gonna hit me. Because I don't. I never feel like he gonna hit me. It's because I feel like I'm gonna swing on him. And because I've recognized that tone. I see that look in his eye. I got a problem with that tone and that look in his eye. So now we got to separate ourselves from each other because I got a little problem and I'm a swing. And if I swing on you, I'm not one of them women that expect to swing on a grown man and not expect to get hit back. Because that's another thing about you broads. I'm sick of y'all heifers putting your hands on grown men and expecting not to get hit back. You put your hand on somebody and he swing on you and knock your block off. That's what you get. Be ready to fight if you put your hands on somebody. But anyway.
But men, if she swing on you and connect, unless it's gonna kill you, just take that L. Just take that L.
No, but I guess that's where I'm coming from. Like, I am so sick of broads running around screaming and hollering and want to call people and, oh my God, he put his hands on me. And it's like, but you put your hands on him.
But I don't.
But at the same time, I got an issue with men provoking women too. Yeah. Like, everybody knows when you're in a relationship with somebody, you know that person's limit. Yeah. You know they line. You know they hard nose. You know when you pushing that envelope with somebody. So if you know you doing it and then you get your block knocked off, don't be sitting up crying like, oh my God, I'm the victim now, because you knew what you was doing. Right. But that's just me. I digress. That's not a part of the conversation.
But here's my thing at laying hands on women. Yes, when women are upset, they're going to go for the gusto. They're with their mouth and stuff like that. If you call yourself a man and it's really hurting you bad enough, you need to be able to be strong enough to just walk away. Just be like,
but you know what? I don't just feel like that with me. And I feel like that with women too. And that's why I said I've gotten to a point because I've always been a fighter. I've always been a fighter. But I am, even in, my older age, I am learning to acknowledge when I'm at a point where I'm ready to swing on somebody. Like I have to take into consideration when I have reached that point where it's like, I am ready to swing.
Your pressure points.
Yeah. Like I'm ready to swing. I need to walk away from this immediately. And I don't always get that right, but I'm more conscious of
it now,
of that level now. Right. And so I don't feel like saying that men, when you get there, you need to walk away. No, people, when you get there, you need to walk away.
Absolutely. People shouldn't be laying hands on each other whatsoever or whatever. Right. So I don't agree with men hitting women, women hitting men. Right.
And that will cause somebody to go to the greener grass too.
Oh, absolutely. Right. That absolutely will cause you to go to the greener grass. And even pushing the envelope will make you go to greener grass. You like, that grass over there ain't got all this drama.
Right.
That grass is green over there and soft. It's peaceful. It's soft. When the wind blow, that
and
grass
move.
You can't see me. You know what I'm saying? Like that grass over there is peaceful. It is nice and serene. I got a hammock in that grass. You know what I'm saying?
Where there you go. Some people leave for more peaceful grass. Or some people just keep it real. Some people just may just like
All kind of grass.
Kentucky bluegrass versus Louisiana green.
You shouldn't be in a committed relationship.
Some people like
If
Vegas
you-
grass.
Sometimes
We
you
don't
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 know.
have no grass.
Sometimes you don't know until you know. You don't know if you like Kentucky bluegrass until you've
Try it.
tried.
I'm just saying, if
Kentucky
you got a
bluegrass.
bunch of crabgrass in your lawn, don't be mad at somebody for going over there with the people that hire True Green.
I
But
agree.
sometimes the grass isn't bad either space.
Right.
But you just realize you like
This grass ain't for you.
Grass ain't for me.
Right.
Or
This
you
grass
just-
ain't
I
for
don't get
you.
enough-
Right.
Or you
enough
just a
water over
person
it.
that just like your cake and eat it too. Just say
Not
that.
necessarily
That's
every
what that
grass
is.
ain't for. Just because you break up with somebody doesn't mean it's something wrong with that person.
Right.
That person just may not be.
You
for
know what?
Yeah,
I'm so
that's a
glad you
fact.
said
That's a
that.
fact.
I'm
And
really
both
glad
of
you said
all
that.
should be adult enough to be like, we still cool, everything
Right.
is correct, but we just really
We
not.
don't
And I
play.
agree, but don't try to keep both. Don't try to maintain both lines. Don't try to keep.
Yeah,
this line.
yeah, that's-
just
yeah.
let that go and
Right.
just be like, no, I'm gonna.
That's
do
what
this.
I'm saying,
That's
yeah.
all I'm
You
saying.
know what? And I'm really glad he said that, because I have a question, and I'm gonna pose the question to y'all fellas. Why is it that people can't just break up amicably?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
That word.
She
That
on
word.
drugs. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't pay me no
Don't worry
mind.
about it.
Why?
Go they separate
Why
ways
is
with no
it?
drama.
Yeah, okay, why can't people go their separate ways with no drama? Why can't it be that we're just not good for each
I
other?
can tell you why people can't. Because unfortunately, people get in relationships and they feel like they own
Ownership.
the other person.
And we're talking relationship, not marriages.
Right, we're talking relationships. They feel like they own that person. You're mine. You belong to me. You can't go nowhere else. I own you.
Who you on the phone with? Who
Right.
you talking to?
Yeah,
Where you
that's
been?
why they can't break off of that, especially if they're not the one that breaking up with them. So I feel like I own you. Who gives you the right to break up with me? I own you.
Okay.
You can't.
You
So
can't
you
break
know
up with
what?
me.
I guess for me, I've had relationships where I'm like, we're better friends. You know what I'm saying? Like legit, like we are better friends. And we're talking, I've had relationships that's gone on for years before we realized that, nah, we probably in a better space as just friends. You know what I'm saying? Like literal years. Like it took years to realize, like, this probably just ain't the best. We probably won't end up married with a picket fence. Like, okay, but as friends, we the bomb. You know what I'm saying? I've had those type of
There's a lot of people
relationships.
can do that.
So
Right.
I don't understand. I guess I can't grasp the concept of why people can't just break up and
Why it
just
gotta be
say,
violent?
why does it have to be we can't speak anymore, we hate each other? You know what I'm saying? If I see your mama, I'm gonna throw her in front of a bus, I'm gonna trip her on the
Well,
street.
I don't
You know what I'm saying? Why does it have
I
to be
don't
that?
necessarily agree with the violent outburst, but I feel like you
Okay,
need
I
to-
was joking. We're not throwing no
We're not
mama
throwing
in
no
front of a
mama in
bus.
like you need to take some time to get over that person, and maybe getting over that person makes you feel like, okay, in order for me to do that, I can't have anything to deal with that person because I love them so much or I care about them so much. If I draw myself into them, I'm not letting go. So it's like, if I keep calling you and talking to you, I'm gonna be naturally concerned about your well-being and who you are,
And can't move
and
on.
can't move on. So I need to really just not harshly or not being mean, just be like,
Go find yourself.
like
Just go find
let
yourself.
Take a break.
Take a break.
Take a
Like, let me
break.
Just back away
and
from you.
and I'm okay,
do what
and
need to
I
do
get
with
the
that.
I 100% get the break, but I don't like. Why is it that now, you know what I'm saying, I see you and your new boo out and she giving me dirty looks, you know what I'm
'Cause he done
saying?
said
And I'm
something
just
terrible
like,
about you.
I'm like, why I thought we was
That's-
cool.
that's
Why she
petty.
looking at me
That's
like that?
petty.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
petty,
Like,
because he done said something.
because you done said something to
Right,
her,
right.
or better yet, he might have not even said nothing negative to her. It may have not been negative.
Might
He
been
may
good.
have legit told her, like,
She was
nah,
cool.
that's my boo.
Right.
Like,
And now
like,
she-
nah,
yeah.
like, nah, we couldn't be together, but that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now your
Well,
girl
you-
got issues.
Yeah, you can't be telling your girl that this chick is my boo and my baby. No.
That go back to last week. Head
Yeah.
cracking. That's a trunk move. There.
No.
In the trunk after that.
You asked him for it. Yeah, you just can't do that. You can say that's my ex and we still cool.
She good people.
And leave it
or
like
she good
that.
people.
But unfortunately, this is where people have to be adults, and this is where people do these little petty things that they would compare their old boo with their new boo, and then they throw out little petty stuff like, oh, she didn't cook it like that. Yeah. Well, let me tell you how so-and-so used to do this. And now your new boo, you know, it has angst against somebody she don't even know. Yeah. Yeah. You know, because of you did whatever you did to ruin that relationship.
But you ever notice, like, in relationships, it is so taboo to even discuss previous relationships in a new relationship.
Yeah, that right you there, an adult is not.
No, but I'm period.
I'm gonna go with you. I think if you're an adult, it ain't even necessary, right? I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I've been married almost 5 years. There's nothing before her because I don't need it. There's nothing I can do with it. Right. I can't use it. It don't benefit me. So what can I do with that? For me to press her about her previous or her to press me about something previous, it doesn't blend or align with what we're doing.
Right.
Sometimes that can affect your relationship right now when you bring old thoughts and old memories and old sad times into something new, because what'll happen down the line, that will activate an argument, and it will be brought up in the argument, unintentional, but it will happen because you planted that seed. So don't plant them seeds, and them things won't grow. Yeah.
So here's my question, though. I totally understand what you're saying, but let's say we're trying to deep dive into why you do something a certain way. Let's say it's not an ex-girlfriend. Let's say it's an ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? What if we're trying to deep dive into why you react to something a certain way, or why do you handle the children a certain way, or why do you handle, you know what I'm saying, me going to Target a certain way, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, why do you handle this a certain way? We may have to explore your previous relationships to find out whether it was a hurt involved in that, whether it was a scar involved in that, whether it was a happy moment involved in that, you know, because it doesn't always have to be negative on, you know, why you do something, you know, a certain way. But maybe we have to deep dive into that, because that relationship could have placed the seed in you on why you react to me the way you do. So my question when I say why is it so taboo to have a conversation about past relationships is because sometimes you do have to explore that. And I get what you're saying. Like there's, you know, it can cause problems. But sometimes you do have to explore those past relationships to find out why the behaviors in this relationships are the way they are.
So
go ahead, Mike.
What I would say, I agree with actually both of you, but this is what I say when we're exploring past relationships, and I'm going to take some of the caveats out that he or she cheated, he or she was abusive, or the real bad stuff. One thing that I try to do, if we're addressing why something happened or why I do something or another, although I'm talking about the past relationship, I'm talking about my involvement, my issues, not so much as she did this to me and she was horrible or stuff like that. I'm talking about what I need to work on, you know, like even though she did XYZ, I'm saying like, yeah, I realize that, you know, I'm a type of person that's let's just say protective or whatever, and I was too overprotective, and so I'm gonna come at it from that perspective, unless she went out there, cheated on me 15 million times, and now I got trust issues, and then I'm telling you, well, you know, my ex cheated on me 15 million times every time she went to Target.
And that's why every time you go to Target. Every time she cheated, she said she was going to Target.
That's why I don't want you going to Target.
Now you got PTSD with Target.
Right. Or every time I would watch a certain show, she would come beat on me or something like that. That stuff is different. But besides that, when I'm talking about
you got beat every time Good Times
right. Come here, JJ. No, but most of the time in a situation, I'm talking about my deficiencies, versus hers. Right. And unfortunately, I think people don't like to talk about where they went wrong. Right. It's easier to blame the other person. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. I kind of wish that there could be an open dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Or at least, you know what I wish?
That you can get references
from
the
ex. Yes.
Let me see your relationship resume.
I do.
Okay.
Okay. Isn't that
I'm gonna call your past boyfriend.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish there was some type of book. You know what I'm saying? I wish everybody was required to have a book.
A permanent record. Yes. You know if you cheat, it's gonna go in your
permanent record.
That might switch up stuff.
It might change the game a little bit. Right. Y'all might not be out here talking about dudes ain't nothing if y'all could read his record.
Right. We'll be taking care of their own grass then.
Are you running somebody's relationship credit
score? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're like, oh, you got a 520.
You ain't no good. I can't. No, you ain't even in my bracket.
Like,
you gotta go down to second chance relationship.
You out here? She got to have 3 baby daddies. That's your credit score right there. Like, you ain't got good enough credit for me.
Right.
No, I mean, that conversation that you're talking about, like, it's a gift and a curse, because I've had those conversations, and it's actually a gift. And you find out a lot of stuff, but then a lot of stuff that you're not even, like you said, that you're not even paying attention to, or you think, oh, that ain't gonna cause the issue. Like,
so wait, you've done that? Okay, so help us out.
That's what I'm saying. It's a gift and a curse. Like, you find out, or you have this open dialogue about people, about the significant other, and you find out and uncover some things like, okay, that's probably why she feel like this, or I feel like this. But it's this stuff that you don't even pay attention to that end up getting this deep understanding of another person, and it'll be something like, you did what? You ain't never done that for me. And you like, wait a minute, where is this coming from? And it's based off that conversation that you had, but there was a lot of good stuff that you got from it, but it's like those little small things that could like turn.
You focus on the wrong thing.
Grab the petty from it.
Right.
Yeah.
You
use it against you.
You done grabbed the petty out of it.
Use it against you.
You ain't never took me to Disney World.
Wait, you didn't get the other part?
Wait a minute, ma'am. I said that she beat me in Disney World.
Right. We got arrested.
And I got arrested by Mickey himself.
And Donald stole my ride.
All you heard was Disney World.
Right. But I mean, you do get to uncover, like for me, like my whole big thing was, like, when you was talking about that ownership and insecurities, like, that was a Mike Jones problem. Like, I ain't want you going nowhere. I ain't want you going to do nothing, hanging out with your girls and this, that, and the other. And it wasn't that I was smothering you. It was just like, I had to fix that, within myself. Like, trauma. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, nah, this has happened to me before. And I always was like, women is slick, so I don't put nothing past you.
Right. But they're not all the same.
And that's right. You're right. You're right.
Once you realize that they're not all the same, you have to let people be who they are and trust them from what they're giving you, right?
Right.
I can't take Simone, like, oh, you act like Simone, or you act like Keely or Keisha. All these are made up names, by the way, just so you know. You can't take those names and how they
fictitious
treat fictitious accounts, right? and say you acting like such and such, or you remind me. You can't do that, because this person, you have to let that person be her them. Or him, be them, and accept that, and don't do a comparison. Just have to understand, if you're doing a comparison, that means you're the same. You're seeing something the same way yourself first.
Now, real talk, me and my husband almost didn't get together because of that situation. It was something that was going on when me and him first started dating that was very familiar to me. You know what I'm saying? The situation was really familiar, and the familiarity in it didn't go well the first time I had experienced it. It went horribly, horribly wrong. And because it was familiar in our new relationship, this new relationship we were starting, I almost did not continue our relationship. We almost didn't make it. All the stuff that we've accomplished and these beautiful kids and all this almost didn't happen because I saw something that from a past relationship was familiar. And I thank God to this day that I did not base him off of, I didn't make him suffer for something somebody else did, because ultimately that's what you're doing at that point. You're making the person you're with suffer for the mistakes or the intentions of the person you were with previously, because just because it was familiar does not mean he had the same intentions with it.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's one of the things that guys hate. We do not want to pay for somebody else's transgressions.
That's
Right.
We got our own transgressions that we're paying for, and so we don't want to take on somebody else's.
That's not just a guy thing, because at the same time, as a woman and as a wife, you know, my husband was married. You know, both of us were married previously, so this is both of our second marriages. And I don't want to accidentally do something that she may have did, and you know, now he looking at me like, oh, here we go. She did that same thing. And I'm like, dog, I'm just going to Target.
Right. But then again, let's talk about...
I really just like Target.
Let's talk about...
By the way, Target, I need an endorsement because I messes with y'all.
Come on, for sure.
But let's say that you do a mistake that she may have done. What we have to understand as adults and people in relationships, that's your first mistake. It's too often we blame you for your mistake plus their mistakes.
Right. You like, oh,
so
here you go.
Right, you're on mistake 4.
Right.
You like,
we didn't even know it.
Right.
What I do?
Yes.
You got one more time.
Right. We got to understand that people are not perfect, and they may make some of the same small mistakes that your ex made, but it's their first and only mistake. Is not their mistake plus your ex's mistake mean all women are the same.
And just so we're clear, we're not talking about cheating.
Right.
No. That's not a mistake.
Okay,
that's not a mistake. That's not what we're talking about
just
here.
So we clear.
No, that's not a mistake. You
Right.
did not
You
trip,
could've-
slip, and fall in it.
Right. You could have just simply went to lunch with a male or female colleague and didn't think it was
A big deal.
You know, I mean, because I work in my industry. It's mostly all females, you know. There's nothing I can do about that. And there's times where I went to work with female colleagues, went to lunch, you know, with female colleagues and stuff like that, and females that I managed, but it was just still all professional, you know.
See, and that's interesting because I work in a male-dominated industry. Like the industry I work in is completely male dominated, especially when we start talking about our client base. It is 100%, I won't say 100%, but it is mostly male dominated. So there are times where, you know, I'm sitting up at a I got to sit up at a restaurant with some dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna happen.
Innocent.
It's gonna happen, and completely innocent. But you know, if I had the type of dude that, oh my God, he see me through the window sitting there with some guy.
He should not know. He should not know that though.
Well, sometimes.
What do you mean he should not know that?
Yeah, unpack that.
Sometimes it's not necessarily planned.
Wait a minute, I need you to unpack that. What do you mean he should not know that?
If I'm going on a lunch date or a luncheon or a business meeting, and I say, hey, it's simple as a text or a call. Hey, I'm having lunch with such and such and such, because you don't know if somebody else gonna see you out with this person. All you doing is being upfront.
But here's the thing, though, with me,
you gotta run down your whole entire day with somebody.
But I would have to though.
Yeah.
Like for example, like so the business that my husband is in, at any given moment, he can be out to lunch with somebody. And same for me. You know, I run a branch. I can be out with somebody at any given moment. And if I took the time, if he and I both had to take the time, every time we had a lunch appointment or we were going to meet somebody for lunch with the opposite sex, and we had to send a text message and send a picture and a copy of their driver's license. And I mean, that I would be doing that all day. Like, I don't feel like as an adult, I need to have to give you my rundown of my schedule. You should know enough about me to know that, first of all, if it's this time of the day, I'm working. Second of all, you know what I do for a living, so you're supposed to give me benefit of doubt no 100. Matter what.
100.
Right.
Now, you walk up to the table, and I go to get nervous and stuff. That's a whole different set of issues.
Right.
But you walk up to the table, and I'm like, oh, hey, honey, by the way, this is my husband. Honey, this is such and such from this particular company.
And that's important.
I mean,
let it be that.
Because there's this. both men and women have done that. If you know that I'm married,
Mike,
and I'm sitting
okay,
there,
let me give you an
it's not
example
as
though.
Easy as you
Let me
say.
give let me give you an example though.
Let me tell them this, because my job, before I'm in what I'm in now, but my job, I had to go about getting certified in how to talk and do business with women business owners. And so part of my job was to deal with women business owners. I would go to appointments with them, luncheons, all types of stuff, and I would have a schedule full of different appointments, some with men and some with women, and it was strictly just business. That was just the job. So to actually every time if I got 5 appointments every day, everything else I got going on, just to send my wife or text, I'm meeting with so-and-so business, and she's a women business owner. And some of the places we met at was bars, restaurants,
strip clubs.
No, we
not
do
strip clubs. Okay. Just ask.
I didn't get that lucky.
Okay.
But I'm saying, that's just the nature of the business that I was in, that I had to deal with female business owners. Now, if that's not your nature of your business, and that's not typically
I got a better one for you, though.
Yeah, send a text to your boo.
I got a better one for you, though. I got a better
so-and-so.
one for you. We can take this to a whole nother level. We can take this past what we consider our professional jobs are at the moment. We are building a brand right now.
Facts.
I can promise you by the end of this year, JOO will be nationally known. I can promise you that. I've already declared it, decreed it, it's done. We will be nationally known by the end of this year. With that comes a different level of trust that my husband is going to have for me.
Right.
For the simple fact that if my name is in lights, if my name is on a billboard, if my name is on flyers, if my picture is here, there, and every doggone where, if I'm speaking at this event, if I'm celebrity, this person doing this type of thing, I am going to have to interact with people that you may not know, and it's not going to always be women, because again, the entertainment industry is also male dominated.
Right. And there's nothing I can do about the thoughts that's just trying to get at me.
See, I was trying to make a clean point.
So here's the difference.
You are messing up my clean point.
Okay, so that might work for you. Because you haven't given your husband any reason to doubt you. Like for me, it's a different ball game, because there's indiscretions on my behalf that I feel like I got to continue to do the work.
So we can't send you out on press stuff because we got to worry about your wife coming and cutting up.
That's okay. You can't go to Baltimore.
It's more like,
look, Cincinnati is out.
I don't want to be responsible.
It's more like, hey, this is what I got going on, and here's why I'm telling you that, because.
Mike, but we got a summer tour coming. Are you telling me that during our summer tour, the 4 of us about to have shut up, wait a minute.
That's okay.
Speaking of that, I'm sorry, we hadn't released that yet. We got a summer tour coming. But with our summer tour coming, are we really going to have to grab the phones and be like, hey, boo, he is at such and such.
No,
you know what
I'm just, I will be on thought protection services for Mike.
You gonna take all the thoughts.
I mean, for me, it's just a situation where it's just like you have to continue to do the work, point blank, period.
Yes, absolutely.
If you find yourself in a position to where you have indiscretions and you make a person feel like, okay, I don't trust you anymore, then you do the work to say, okay, you can trust me now, and this is how I rebuild it.
I'm gonna speak on it a little bit. I think again, all those are decisions. This is a decision you make. Right. I'm super busy.
Right.
Super busy. My wife, and she's super busy. I could not talk to her the whole day. And we're fine with that. We cannot text the whole day. We're fine because we understand that whatever we're doing is business. Yeah, I don't stay out to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because I don't require that, but I have somebody out there. But I may stay out to 11, 12 because I have to. She understands that. There's nothing I have to explain because we have trust. We have trust only because there's nothing to. We know we super busy. Right. Everything is out and open for me.
There's the key.
That's going to be next week's show, so we on time. Trust.
Oh wow! So we talking about trust next week? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna sit at the table next week. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I literally had to have my husband come into the studio and bring me something. Yeah, I had to shoot a hot text like, "Hey, I
drugs,
need you."
All caps.
Literally, it was like it said "please" in capital letters. Like, so my husband had to come through the studio. So I can't guarantee I'm gonna sit at the table next week.
No problem.
But
let's get on.
Y'all know the
fellas.
Y'all know the fellas got it. Y'all holding it down. But let's hit them final thoughts. Mike Jones, what you got?
Oh, okay. I mean, I know we kind of didn't really get all the way into, the grass being green on the other side a whole bunch because we kind of went some other places. But overall, like, if you feel like you need to go mess with the grass that's on the other side, just be upfront and honest and be like, listen, you're not giving me everything that I want, everything that I need, so I'm gonna part my ways and go mess with the grass that's on the other side. Like, don't put a person in a position to where you're hurting them or intentionally causing damage to where now they got to deal with some emotional baggage that you caused. Like, if you're not happy, get out of it. And if you're the person that is causing that person to not be happy and they tell you that, accept it and just accept it for what it is and move on.
All right. Ty, what you got?
I'd say cheating is caring. No.
We get a shot in the chest for that. Self-loaded question.
Cheating is caring. Okay.
No, what I would say is, if you're at that place where you're thinking about or feeling that the grass is greener, truly evaluate your current relationship. And if for some reason that you want to get out and you don't feel that the current relationship is for you, it's better to have that adult conversation with the person and let them know before you go out and do something that can cause detriment to that person and possibly yourself. Although that's easier said than done, unfortunately nowadays cheating and getting caught and getting dumped is easier than being adults. But we gotta grow up these days and just be adults when it comes to our relationships and let people know how you feel.
Facts.
L Boogie. Man,
I'll say this. Inquire, right? Inquire about why is that grass so green? What chemicals are they using? What type of H2 are they using? What are they doing to maintain that grass? Inquire to what does it take to get my grass to look like that? If I want my grass, if I still want my grass, I still want my lawn and my yard to be beautiful like yours is, let me ask about that because I still love my house. I still want my grass, right? I still got feelings for it.
Right.
So how do I maintain it? How do I make it beautiful? Let me focus on that.
All right, I'm with that.
You better not go home and tell your wife, Susie got thick. You about to die.
So you know what? I'm actually gonna piggyback off of what you said, but what I'm gonna add to that is you need to start paying attention to those patches that we were talking about earlier. When you start noticing those patches of grass that's starting to die off, you need to start addressing those patches of grass. You need to start handling those patches. You need to start putting care into those patches of grass that's starting to die off, because eventually a patch of grass spreads, right? You have it started off this one little circle of grass. Now you got this square of grass. Now you got a section of grass, and now your whole lawn done went bad. And that's resentment. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about resentment. I'm talking about situations building. I'm talking about you sweeping things under the rug in your relationship and not addressing problems in your relationship. So if you want that grass that's like the grass across the street, taking it a step further than finding out what it is about that grass, figure out why you think that grass is greener. Not just necessarily why the grass itself is greener, because it could be perspective. Mm-hmm. It could be that you just think that grass is green. That grass could be a total mess, but for whatever reason, you're focusing on the patch of green that's in that grass. Well, what is it about that grass that you feel like is greener than your grass, or that's better than your grass, or that's nicer than your grass? And figure out whether it's a you situation, a you problem, or a y'all problem. And if it's a you problem, you need to fix it. If it's a y'all problem, y'all need to fix it. But just put the work into your own line, or get some AstroTurf and call it a day. Kind of is what it is.
I know them BBL AstroTurf sometimes.
Yeah, get some AstroTurf. Call it a day. You know, your grass can be fake if that's what you want. If you want fake grass, get some fake grass.
That's it.
But listen, it's a couple things I wanted to address at the end of the show. First things first, shout out to Dizzle, because the fella seems to be enjoying the Dizzle.
Dizzle.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, the fellas seem to be enjoying the Dizzle, so shout out to Dizzle. Second thing, I know we kind of threw it in there, but we got a summer tour coming.
Yeah, man.
And I see in the comments, we got a comment from Jackie and say Chicago first stop, and actually I believe it is, isn't it?
June 25th.
Yeah, I believe Chicago is the first stop.
Chicago.
Jacktown is in Chicago.
We're going to take care of Jackie.
We taking care of Jackie when in Chicago. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Me and Chicago got a real bad relationship right now. So I'm gonna pray my way through that Chicago thing. I really am. You know, I got to send Jesus. I got to send my God against Chicago because Chicago be trying me. So but Chicago is first. Chicago is first on the tour.
We'll
so
see you in Chicago.
We'll see you in Chicago, Jackie. So we do have a summer tour coming. We will be releasing those dates soon. We also got another Taste of Black Spirits coming in May. El Boogie, tell me about that.
Well, actually, that's the taste of beer and wine and beverages. Yeah,
yes.
Featuring Cajun Fire beer, which is super dope. Yeah, that's May 28th and May 29th.
Yep, Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, sir. At Yum Village, 2 to 8. Come out, hang out with us, get some of that good beer. We got Nicky's Ginger Tea. We got Ellis Island Tea. We got 1186 Water. Got Cajun Fire Beer. And we got Motu. Oh, my goodness.
That Motu VJ in the building.
Eye candy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can contest that eye candy do work.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah,
so that's Memorial Day
Memorial
weekend.
Day weekend, yeah.
So y'all know JO in the building. So that actually jumps. So that kicks off our summer tour.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're kicking off the summer tour here in Michigan, and then we got up until October.
Wait. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to them. Y'all don't listen to this. Probably Indianapolis too. I just don't have a date for it.
Okay, all right. Well, we throwing Indianapolis in there.
CJ, Indianapolis.
CJ, what's CJ?
I may have to bring some
First millionaire woman. What's the last name?
To Indianapolis.
CJ Walker. Madam CJ Walker.
Walker.
At the Madam CJ Walker Museum.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So y'all heard it here first.
No date yet.
We going on tour this summer, and it's gonna be fire. So I'm really excited about that. Like I said, we got the Dizzle that they've been sipping on.
Dizzle. I can't
wait to get cleared so I can taste the Dizzle.
Right.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
It was one other thing that I did want to address, and I don't remember. I'm kind of going blank right now, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Pick up your singles out there from Off the Dome
Off
Records.
the Dome Records.
Off the Dome Records, baby.
Off the Dome Records.
Share the paid singles.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Like I've said a couple times in the show, I don't know whether I'm gonna be sitting at the table next week. But El Boogie will be at the table, so y'all will be fine. The fellas will hold it down because we talking about trust next week. I will try to sit at the table next week, but I'm in a little bit of pain right now. So I will play it by ear, and we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I was taking a trial run tonight to see if I could handle this.
You did good though.
I was trying to see if I could handle this swivel back and forth. You know, I can't move my neck, so I was trying to see if I could swivel this thing.
Y'all like this and another thing.
Right, and another thing. So we'll see. That was the last thing that I wanted to address. I was told yesterday by one of our fans that I had to issue a public apology to my daughter on the show tonight. So I'm going to do that. Let me tell you what happened. Yesterday, my daughter threw a fork, and the fork hit Princey. It stabbed Princey in the leg, right? So I fussed at my daughter and sent her to her room for timeout. About 15 minutes later, my daughter comes down the stairs, and she says, "Mommy, why'd you send me to timeout?" And I said, "Because you threw a fork at Princey." My daughter, 2 years old, looked me dead in the face and said, No, I threw a fork at Mike Jones.
Yeah. Get it right. That's who I threw a fork at. Now you can send me to my room if you want to.
And I missed.
Right. And I missed. So I would like to publicly apologize to my daughter for sending her to bed for throwing a fork at Princey, because in reality, she only threw the fork at Mike Jones. And Mike Jones is an adult, so he should be able to handle himself. So I would like to issue a public apology to my 2-year-old daughter for telling me, no, I threw a fork at Mike Jones. So So I was told by one of our fans yesterday that I had to on the show issue a public apology. So I am issuing that public apology right now. And Mike, next time duck. Because it's apparent that she coming for you.
She coming for you.
But look, thank y'all for hanging with us tonight. It felt good to sit at the table. I've missed this table for the past couple of weeks. It's felt real good to sit at this table tonight. I'm probably gonna bow out of it next week, but at least I got it out my system to go through a couple more weeks, right? Fellas, any last words?
Nope.
All right, we good. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Just Our Opinion with Robin,
Mike,
and Ty,
and Lazar.
Deuces.
Peace.